Yeah, hi everyone. Very good morning. This is Abhishek Gambhir from Global Visa Hub. Today again I'm here with my new video and today we will discuss about Singapore study visa. From past many days we are getting calls and WhatsApp plus mails also from South Indian students from Bangalore, Madurai, Chennai, from Tamil Nadu that kindly make one video in English language so we can also understand the process, how we can apply for Singapore study visa, what all the norms there, what all the procedure there, what all document required, what about OGT, what about accommodation, food, rent, part-time, what are the all. So we are getting many queries regarding pathway study. Like students are very curious to know that how they can apply from Singapore to other country like Singapore to UK, Singapore to Europe, Singapore to Australia, Singapore to New Zealand and other countries. See, from Singapore to other countries you may apply from Singapore also, but you have to take your advanced diploma, like you have to take your ADHM, your level 4 study in Singapore, then only you are eligible to apply your pathway. On a normal diploma you are not eligible to apply for a pathway or for a long term courses. For ADHM we'll talk about, like we have a 9+6 courses, we have 1 year plus 6 month OGT courses. For that you can complete your Singapore study, your advanced diploma in Singapore, then further you can move to UK on a pathway option. First year you will cover in Singapore, second and third year you can complete in UK or in Europe. That depends on you, that depends on your budget, that depends on your com skills, your IELTS score, that what all the options are there as per your file, as per your case. If I talk about Singapore documents for study visa, the main documents are your passport front back clear copy, your birth certificate. If you don't have a birth certificate you can arrange your affidavit, your passport size photograph, your 10th, your 12th, your diploma if you have, your all academics, your bank statement is mandatory now, your father's source of income or your sponsor's source of income, plus your one affidavit which says SOP, that is statement of purpose. Now statement of purpose and banking is mandatory in Singapore because we applied many files and we're getting the request from ICA that you have to add these documents also. So we are adding that and getting the approvals also. I will attach some of ICA request letter also in this video so you can read that letters and you can find that how they are asking for a documents, what all extra documents now they are asking for. So as per the success ratio, if I talk about for particular Global Visa Hub, we have 99% success ratio of Singapore study visa. We have more than 100 to 150 students in Singapore right now. So success stories is very good and I will attach some of the students approval letters and success stories. So let's talk about Singapore courses, part-time and OGT. If I'll talk about the courses, Singapore serve hospitality management, business management, supply chain, IT related, cafe operation, culinary art, engineering, tourism management, business management. These all are courses and that totally depends on student in which course student is interested and in which course student want to enroll and see their path for their future. If I talk about part-times here, part-times are not legal in Singapore because college comes under EduTrust ranking, not in MOM, the normal diplomas and advanced diplomas, PG diplomas. So part-time is not legal there. Students are doing part-time, they are earning 700 to 900, that depends on caliber, that depends on their work performance, but part-time is not legal in Singapore. So you have to wait your 6 months for study or 9 months for your study or 8 months for your study, and in OGT, on job training, you can easily complete and cover all your amount which you already paid for your study. So I suggest all students to wait for the particular time, for particular that scenario in which you are doing your study or pursuing your diploma, and wait for that time. Once you will come to your OGT you can easily cover that amount. We got many questions regarding how you can apply your SPAS here. SPAS is a skill pass which you will get from your employer if they have a quota, and you can get your SPAS within, means that time period is 15 days. Within 15 days you will get the SPAS, the total time procedure, and documents I will discuss in another video. After your SPAS you are eligible to work there legally for 2 years and the minimum salary wages is $2,200 to $3,200. That depends on your work profile and again your caliber and your all past experience, your com skills, your confidence, that depends on that. So we'll talk about the OJT. OJT is on-job training. OJT is a time period for 6 months. You can easily work there, legally work there. You can easily get your $1,000 to $1,200 to your $1,400 or $1,500. Your food includes in that particular salary. Your accommodation include, only transport you have to pay. So easily you can earn 6,000 rupees, $6,000 easily you can earn within that 6 month of time scenario, and you can easily cover the total amount which you already paid for your study. So that is the best part in Singapore. We'll talk about benefits of Singapore to apply their files. See, you can easily cover your gap. If you have a good gap, if you have a long gap, you can easily cover your gap if you apply your Singapore study. Second, all the fees you have to pay once you'll get your visa approval. So there is no amount which you have to pay before visa to college. Only limited 10 to 15,000 you have to pay for your processing, for your offer acceptance and for your embassy. Remaining amount, all the major amount, all your fees you have to pay once you get your visa approval, and you have to pay that amount directly to college. Third, there is no IELTS requirement in Singapore. For not that funds required, that old funds required for banking and all. Fifth, that they are only short-term courses they are serving, like diplomas, like advanced diplomas. So you can quickly cover your course, and you can easily move to other big countries, and you can cover all your back gap, and you can move to further big countries. If you're not applying, if you're not able to get your visa from India directly, you can apply for Singapore first. You can take the pathway from Singapore, and you can easily move to other big countries. But what you have to do is you have to take the NOC from college. You have to take good funds if you want to apply for a pathways. You have to get your certificate, your 1-year certificate also, if you want to apply from Singapore to other country. So still, if you have any doubt regarding your pathway, regarding courses, regarding fee structure, regarding accommodation is $220 to $250 there. That is on a sharing basis. In each room, 4 students stay in each room. There are 3 rooms in an apartment, so total 12 students in one apartment. That's how students lives there. And food, if I talk about 5,000 rupees Indian rupees food per month expenses. And we'll talk about transport also 3,000 to 4,000 rupees. The total expenditure for per month student will cost approx 20,000 rupees. That includes accommodation, food, transport, everything. If you have any doubt regarding Singapore study visa, and if you found that I missed something in this video, you can contact us on below numbers. You can contact us directly. Our team, me, all are here to serve you, all are here to help you, all are here to guide you. You are welcome. You are most welcome to apply your file through Global Visa Hub. Thank you very much. This is Abhishek Gambhir.